Into it, to the middle of the back row, bumps it forward, tips it across. Here comes the kill attempt, a block to the front of the line. The set, over to the far side, comes across, nice block. Bellmont has it. Bellmont will push it across. A nice volley going on right now, Kathy.
It's tough to get around number 12.
Straight matches. And heading into the finals this morning, they had not lost one single game.
We simply have come to do what we want to do. And they've done what they've wanted to do the last 14 matches, and that's got to give them some confidence coming in here.
The serve will come from Cindy Miller. She is a senior middle hitter to the far side for Mishawaka Marian, slamming it down the far left side.
Well, you know that today, throughout the 1A, 2A, and 3A, serving has just been the order of the day. Everyone has served aggressively, whether they were behind or ahead, and it's made a huge factor in the games today.
Set it over to the far side, tries to power it through the block, and Marian stops the bleeding for now. A nice block, which was...
that's a huge wall.
Mishawaka Marian serving its 4-1 game. The scoreboard finally adjusted. They said 5-0 at first, and then they said 5-1. Now it's back to the 4-1 number. Here comes the smack across. Dug out in the back row by Bellmont to the front. And that one is in. I didn't quite see it as being in. Bellmont will serve again, leading 5-1. To the right side, Farkas will dig it. Set it across. To the right side, here comes the kill. Met with the block, bumps it forward. To the right side, smacked across, and that one will find a spot to drop. And Marian to the back row on the left side. Now, that is the toughest play to make, right where it's on the seams between 2-3 defenders.
Back playing defense, and the middle of that court is a vulnerable spot if you can't get it.
Farkas digs it out, and she'll slam it across. Bellmont has it, bumps it from the hands of Katie Lehrman, to the front row. Mishler taps it across, and that one will drop. Game number 1 of the match, the 3A title game. Neither one of these teams have won a state championship in recent history. Dinked across from Bellmont to the front row to Farkas. Through the block, now set up. Bellmont, who makes their move, and just nice little dink across.
And certainly Mishawaka Marian, being here in the championship game last year, is looking for a little bit better result tonight.
To the back row, set up by Mishler. And that one will go wide. Set to the front row. Knocked across. And almost over our heads, and that one will go out of the way. Will come from Bellmont and Cole Glazier. Dug out by Kilminiak to the front row of Bellmont. Here comes the set from the right side. Tipped across. Again to the right side. One-handed hit, and that one's going to go wide. Farkas will serve to the back row. Dug out, has to go to her knees to bring it up. Power to the front row, and Mishawaka Marian now starting to get some momentum on their side. To the back row from Bellmont. Some confusion at the line. Now Farkas will dig it out to the front. To the left side, through the block, dug out by Bellmont. Here comes the serve. Here comes the return.
Crucial to them tonight, too. And her left-handed serve and a top spin, and Mishawaka has a little bit of trouble handling it.
To the front, dug out by Christina Baker. Onto her knees to dig it out, Farkas for Mishawaka Marian, and that one drops. Dug it out. Nice dig by Farkas. Bumped across. Bellmont will bring it across Lehrman to the front side. Smacked across, and that one
hit the antenna.
It hits the antenna from Cole Glazier. Krieger pauses for a moment to the back row. Cole Glazier digs it up, sets it to the front side. Miller now to the middle. Pushed across by Britton. Now Bellmont has it to the back. Nice, powerful return. Mishawaka Marian able to control it. Now back to the Bellmont side, to the front. Farkas goes to her knees to dig that one. She has been on the court all night. And that one goes long, sending Bellmont.
More than what they've got, but Britton hasn't touched as many as they probably want her to.
Dug out by Mishawaka Marian. A 5-point game. Mishawaka Marian trailing 12-7, but they have the lead. To the left side, pushed across. Farkas digs it out to the front. Dug out again. Now pushed across from Bellmont. And that one goes wide. You get it dinked in there, you get it dropped in there, or lobbed, or however.
Well, you want to bring them, you want to run the blockers the entire length of the net.
13-8 the score. Mishawaka Marian trailing. Bellmont has the volleyball on their side. Overhead slam trying to come from Filling, but and a nice.
That's the hit
slam.
they're trying to hit.
That's the first time tonight they've been able to do
Yes,
that.
if they can reach over the block and set the ball high enough for Britton, they should score some points from her.
Set up to Britton, and that one will drop. Mishawaka Marian inching closer at 13-10. They're still trailing, and that one goes long. And
it's not what either coach is looking for.
dug out in the middle.
She's not jumping from the back row and give the ball to their hitters.
15-11 the score. Mishawaka Marian on the return. Sending Bellmont back to come up with it, and they can't do it.
Catch these tall people. And they've scored more than Mishawaka Marian, and they have just powered the ball through them.
Wow, look at that return from Lehman just a few moments ago. Renee Mischler will serve. Dug out by Bellmont to the front. Tipped across. A little bit of trouble with it. Mishawaka Marian able to come up with it. Back to Bellmont. Tipped across from Baker to the back row. Wow, and a nice six-pack if you're a Bellmont fan.
From the chest, from the shoulder. It's a great offensive play and not one that defensive people are proud of.
And usually a six-pack means also an ice pack at some point from the hit.
Yes, it does.
Farkas slams it across, and that one will find a way in.
Well, they're trying to reach it. They're getting the ball to their hitters a little bit better. They certainly didn't want to do that. And Marion's got to get the ball to their big hitters and let them reach over the block. And they've got to pass better than this. Passing has just been huge.
18-14 the score. To the front row. That is dug out by Baker. Tries to slam it across.
If you can't get a free rein on the net, what you want is a one-on-one. And Bellmont had that one-on-one again.
It is 2014. Bellmont leading Mishawaka Marian. Two teams from the northern part of the state battling for the 3A title. Nice volley from Mishawaka Marian. They get over to Bellmont. Bellmont.
And here's this that court.
And I dare say that Bellmont's also got a pretty good mental game here.
I think they've probably got a better middle game than we thought they were going to have because Marian has such a big middle game. Stick you in the knee, and she is sticking them in the knee. A left-handed jump, top spin server, and Marion's having all kinds of trouble passing her.
Maggie Pagakowski is doing the work over here on the Marian side. Now back to Bellmont. Pushed across by Lehrman. Lehrman over the right side to Colclaser.
Marion's got number 4 back up on the line. They've got to score some quick points here. They're not going to have to worry about what they're going to do in this game. And there it is, hitting right into that big block.
And a carry.
Up until now.
To the far side. Bellmont pushes it across. Overhand slap, and Marian has to return it. Now back to Bellmont. Pushed across by Baker into the far side. Filling. Now back to Bellmont. The volley to the right side. Bumped across. And that one, the tiny little things about being concentrated.
And they just got aced on the very same thing.
Bellmont with a chance to take the first game. The serve dug out by Farkas to the front row. Pushed across through the block. Marian has it. Now back to Bellmont. And they catch him napping. Totally away from the action. And Bellmont takes game number 1, 25-16.